Hey guys, it's Sam, and in today's video I'm doing another scary, spooky, I hate saying spooky. You know what, I watch my last video, sometimes my last scary story, and I said spooky time. I hate that shit. Why did I do that?
You're gonna wanna be my best friend, baby. You're gonna wanna be my best friend. Today's video I'm doing another paranormal haunted video. Basically, not much has happened since. I'm gonna be 100% honest. That's why I'm going to be telling you stories from the past, because I do have a couple more that I haven't told yet. But until anything happens, like, this is gonna have to be my last like storytelling of my personal experiences. But some people in the comment section did like recommend me reading other people's scary paranormal stories, which is so cool, such a cool idea. So before I get into this video, I want to say that if you have any like paranormal like experiences or anything, I'm going to be reading them in a video in the future and reacting to them. So comment some of your most paranormal experiences, like the most paranormal one ever, and I'm going to be picking some and reading them in my next, not my next video, but maybe in a couple videos from now. I thought that was a super cool idea. I don't know who recommended it. Actually, a couple people have. I would shout them out, but a bunch of people have. If you are new here, I would love it so much if you subscribed. We just hit 4,000 subscribers and the goal is 5,000, so we're only 1,000 away. If you do like the paranormal videos and my spooky video, oh, I said spooky, frick. If you do like my paranormal haunted videos, give this video a big thumbs up for me too. Oh, and go check out my Instagram. I know some of you have already went over there and showed some love on some of my pictures and followed me, and why is this wet? Oh my god. My dog peed on this. My ass is all wet. Oh my gosh. How did it take me that long to realize I was sitting in something wet? What is that? I'm so grossed out. Okay, I changed. My dog did not pee. I was sitting on some makeup wipes and they were leaking. So I'm embarrassed. I'm just confused as to how it took me that long to realize I was sitting in something wet. Like that was a good chunk of time. So in today's video, I have 3 paranormal experiences that have happened to me in my lifetime. Now, if you are new here, I have a bunch of storytime paranormal videos on my channel. I have a lot of paranormal things happen to me. I don't know what it is. I don't know, but it's happened to me since I was about, I want to say around 10. That's where I'm like, that's the age range when this started. And then just things happened ever since. I mean, people like in my comment section will be like, why don't you just move out of the house? Because it's not just this house it's happened in. It's happened in my old house too. These 3 are kind of the last 3 that I have to tell that I haven't told on this channel, because recently nothing's really happened. If anything does happen, I'm obviously going to tell you guys. Let's get into this video. So if you are new here, I do the least scary story first, and then the scariest one is for the end. So this one's really not that scary. Yeah, so the first one I'm going to be telling you guys happened at my old house. So I lived in my old house for about 10 years, and then we moved to this house about 4 or 3 years ago. But the paranormal things started in that house, which is the majority of what these stories I'm going to be telling take place. The majority of them take place at the old house, because I told most of all of the ones that have happened here. This happened right after my grandma passed away. It happened to my mom. So she was sitting in the kitchen at my old house, and we had a cup of like pencils and pens, right, like across the room. And my mom was sitting there and she was writing, it was around Thanksgiving time, and she was writing her grocery list for Thanksgiving. And she, my grandma was really into cooking, and she was really into like, she just loved, she was an amazing cook. And so my mom, as she was writing, goes, Mom, what do I put on this list? Like, I can't think of what to write. Like, just, you know, talking to herself, whatever. And she looks over, and in the cup of pens we had like a windmill pen, like you blow on it and it spins, but it's a pen, and it started spinning so fast right when she said that. I mean, there was no like wind or anything, so like I don't know, I mean, it could have been a coincidence, but I feel like it's not. So that was like the least scariest one, but it is really creepy to think about. And I don't know if it was just weird timing, or it was because it was right after my mom literally goes, what do I write? So that one obviously is like not that crazy, but it's kind of spooky. And yes, this one also takes place in my old house. Now this one's the scariest one, because you're gonna see why. This is like some like paranormal activity shit. This is like crazy. In one of my videos, I told a story about how, I think it was my first one, I can't remember. In one of my paranormal stories, I told the story about how we had some plants fall off of our loft. And this story takes place around the same time period as that one. So basically what happened is we're all sitting in the living room at my old house, and our kitchen and our living room was like attached, basically, like there were rooms right next to each other. So we were sitting watching TV in the living room, and we heard the biggest pound, you guys. Like, it sounded like a freaking earthquake. Like, we were like, what is going on in the kitchen? So we like get up, we're all scared to get up, and then we like finally get up, like get the courage to get up. We run in there. All of our pots and pans, like in multiple cupboards, fell out into the middle of the kitchen. Like, that's some paranormal activity shit right there, man. Part of me wants to think that maybe it was just too much pressure on the door with the pots and pans and they just fell out, but that just doesn't make sense for why multiple cabinets would have been open. You know what I mean? Like, if it was just like the pressure of the pots and pans, like one of them would have fell out, like one cabinet door, but it was like multiple cabinets were open. So it is a couple days later, and something recently happened, and I wanted to just throw it onto this video really quick. And yeah, that's it basically. So this one's really not that big of a deal, but it did happen a couple days ago, and this is the first thing weird that's happened like in a really long time. So I thought I would just throw it on here really quick. But basically what happened, can you guys see me? I hope so. Basically what happened was I was sleeping. It was the morning. It was about 8 o'clock in the morning, and usually, I'm not gonna lie, I sleep until like 12, especially when I'm on break. I don't know, I just like to sleep, but I also go to bed late, so it's like kind of like that. You don't care. All right, so I was sleeping, and usually if I'm sleeping in too long, one of my parents will like come and knock on my door. Like, if it's like 1, they'll be like, Sam, maybe you shouldn't be sleeping until 1. So they usually come and wake me up. So, which is exactly what I thought was happening. So it was around, at this time, I didn't know what time it was. I get a really loud knock on the door, on my door, like really like prominent. So I like get out of bed and I go to the door and I open it, and nobody's there. And if you've seen my other videos, you know that this has happened multiple times before to me. So again, I thought it was my dad, so I was like, no big deal, whatever, I'll go back to bed. But then I checked the time, and it's 8 o'clock in the morning. And my parents never ever, like, if I have nothing to do, they always let me sleep. They never like go in my room and wake me up at like 8 o'clock in the morning for no reason. So I was like, what the heck? I just went back to sleep. And then, yeah, so then later that day, I go to my parents. I was like, why did one of you knock on my door so loudly at 8 o'clock in the morning? They said, we didn't. Like, that. And it was just so weird because I'm a very, 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 very heavy sleeper. So the knocks were loud enough to the point where I woke up and like even got up and opened the door because it was so like real. Like, it was such like a person was knocking on the door. It's just weird because I know now that it wasn't my parents, and usually if they're messing with me about something, they usually end up like telling me, like, I'm just kidding, like it was us. But like this time, like, I just know they weren't kidding around, and I thought I would share because it's so creepy. And then last one I'm going to be telling you is not from a long time ago. This one actually is recently, which makes it scary. And it also makes it scary because I have video proof on this one. This happened probably a month ago, maybe less than a month, and I don't remember how long ago. But I was sitting right in my room at my vanity, and I had my book bag sitting in the corner of my room. I was sitting there. So book bag's over here, I'm sitting like right over here, and I always take I have a Finsta, so I'm always like taking like stupid videos of myself talking, and then I would post it on my Instagram, my Finsta story. Okay, I found the video and I just watched it, and it's really scary. I'll show you the video after I explain what happens, but it's actually so scary. So basically what was happening, I'm sitting there, I'm like talking about some stupid shit, and then I heard my backpack like fall. Not fall, but like tip over. So I like stop talking and I look over at it, and then pay attention, my light flickers, and then right after that flicker you hear like a boom, like a wall boom. Like, we go back to that. Like, I always have knocks on my walls and like booms. That's like the most thing that happens to me, and there was a boom. Fascinating. not into that ghost shit. I'm just not. So those are the 3 paranormal stories I have for you guys. Hopefully low-key want other things to happen because I love telling the stories. It's fun, man. I'm sure it's fun for you guys to watch. But if anything else doesn't happen, I will make another video on it. So stay tuned for my more paranormal videos coming up in the future. If you are new here, I would love it so much if you subscribed. And don't forget to comment down below some of your paranormal experiences, like the scariest one. And I'm going to pick some and read them and react to them. Yeah, that's it. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for 4,000 subscribers. And subscribe so we can get to 5,000. And I will catch you guys on the flip side. Thank you.